I'm here and he pushes it against my face and I get it to here. Then I just go for my head and arm triangle. And it's right there. So there's a lot of mistakes you can make. And that's not really important even from here if he's got this frame right here. Like I was saying, if you're advanced, all I have to do is chin to his wrist. And there's, or the same thing, probably do two arm. The wrist lock is right there. So there's lots of little things that you can get caught with, but that's not important. The basic thing, because we're on a basic level, is just if you're in here and somebody's tight on you, or they're here, okay, I'm in here like this, he can still bump me and create space. That's the thing. Use your leg too. Bump and use your leg. And he just created space. And he's created himself an opportunity to escape. That's not all the little submissions and counters. It's not what's important right now, especially if we're doing like a building block kind of thing. Because we're not doing sport jiu-jitsu necessarily. We're doing self-defense training against somebody who's mounting you, against somebody who's most likely, somebody doesn't know anything. They would be here like this, or they'd be here like this. Oh, I can't lay that side. So it'd be something like this. And of course, everybody watches the UFC, so a lot more people know this stuff, positioning and stuff like this. And this is what you would have to kind of be ready for. But even then, the principles are the same. You want to build a frame, so you would want to block this arm. You'd want to have this one here, blocking me, right? Giving me pressure, stopping that from coming in, and then you'd want to bump me and try to get me off of you and shrimp away. So try to bump to your right hip. Yep, now you're bumping in and bump your hips away from me. Yep, now shoot this one underneath my arm for an underhook. Now come up to your knees and go to my back. Pull your head out. You gotta work. And you can take my back, okay? So, we're doing this from like, what if somebody's really sucked in and taken all of our space away, right? But the principles are the same. You're bumping to create space, you're building a frame, and that's what you should be teaching somebody. And you're also you got to be ready for those arms to come down so you can frame out their arm and take away their ability to rain punches down on you, right? I mean, there's principles that you need to teach, which is if I'm here, boom, okay, but if he bumps me forward, it's so hard now, it's hard for me to punch him, right? So in the meantime, when I'm starting to come back up, that's his perfect opportunity to start turning on his side and elbow escape. Yep, because now and then he's going to frame. So he wants to start framing out. Frame here, frame this one. Yeah. Or you go here. Boom. Tuck that head in. Boom. And then you start trying to, you could do lockdown, because if I'm here, but you manage to get locked down, it'll drag my hips down. So extend a little bit. No, extend down. Yeah, push me down too with your arms. Yeah, so I'm down here. Now, maybe harder, and if I'm like this, boy, all he's got to do is wrap this arm around mine. So wrap it over like that, pull it in, and roll me this way. I don't have any base on this side. You can just roll me. And we just switched to where you're on top now, okay? So what I mean was if you can manage to hit that lockdown, boom, and I get this arm, rolling's hard, but if I just hip up a little bit and I go on my hip, now nothing's going to stop you from taking that sweep and getting you. Now, I'm going to climb up in mount position. Now it's my turn. Right? Yes, sir. So, it's not that you're going to be super great at sweeps and all that stuff. It's that you're protecting yourself and you're creating space. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yes.
And it's that principle of bumping, building a frame, like I said. Because there's all sorts of little things, you get deeper down the rabbit hole, there's all sorts of millions of things to consider in there. But escaping from side control and escaping from that mount position are super important, right? You guys want to drill that a little bit more, or you want to see another one? Another escape?